I played Team Fortress Source 2. This is a fan-made game in S&box. If you don't know, S&box is an upcoming game engine built off Source 2. It's kind of like Roblox where all the games are in one place. You don't have to manually download games, but it has the power of a full game engine. It's more powerful and easier to use than Unity. This is just Team Fortress 2. The gameplay is exactly the same. The only difference is this doesn't have bots. This is a very early work in progress, so there are still a few unimplemented features, which I'll discuss later, but it's basically a one-to-one recreation, and that's what they're aiming for. The classes play almost exactly the same as Team Fortress 2. There was a really cute moment when I was playing Soldier. I was on low health, so I tried to switch to my pickaxe to gain a speed boost. This game only has stock weapons though, at least for now, so there wasn't a pickaxe. I think that was such a cool moment where my TF2 instincts kicked in. It shows how closely they were able to recreate it. I played on 2 different maps. One of them was Team Deathmatch on a battleship, and the other was Arena Well. The Battleship map is really good. You can see it's a beta. There's not a lot of details in it. This is a new original map created for this project in S&box. I think the layout is really good and it's fun to play, but it's a team deathmatch with random spawn points around the map. I think that's so strange. A couple times I actually spawned inside enemies. I think this would be a lot better if you spawned inside a spawn room in your base. The map is actually so good though. It plays really well. I just want to thank or congratulate the authors of it. The other map I played is Arena Well. This is a recreation or port of Team Fortress 2 Well. Here's my initial reaction to seeing this. I played it with my friend Sadly Bradley.
Wow, this is pretty impressive. What the heck?
This map looks insane. The lighting is great, and you can tell most of the materials have been updated, not just directly copy-pasted from TF2. It looks like they put in a lot of effort to really use the new engine and PBR rendering. You can see the metalness on the train tracks, and the detail in some of the normal maps. This was Arena Mode though. I think Arena Mode is awful and boring. And yeah, it was pretty boring. I think this would be a lot more fun if it was King of the Hill, although I think the current map might be too small for that. There was another map, Recon. It was a team deathmatch map, but as you can see, there was a slight malfunction and we didn't get to play it. Being a very early work in progress, there's a ton of unimplemented features and bugs. For some reason, you would collide with your teammates and often get stuck on each other. I'll play a short clip where we got entirely stuck in arena mode and we couldn't do anything. We just had to kill ourselves or wait for the enemies to do it. Are we stuck inside each other?
Yep, this happened to me a few times already. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I have to die. You two are still stuck though. There were a few other issues. For example, rocket jumping and the scout jump were slightly off. The spy's disguise and cloak didn't work, and the engineer can't build buildings yet. The pyro's mechanics aren't fully implemented yet either. I don't think the enemies catch on fire, and the air blast just makes a sound, but it doesn't actually do anything. It took me about 20 perfect air blasts to realize this. I'm still a little annoyed by this. The first 20 seconds after spawning, for my very first time, I did 2 perfect close-range air blasts. You can see the first one actually would have air shot the soldier, but it didn't work, it just made the sound. I played 2 different playtests about a month apart, and I could see a ton of progress was made. For example, during the first playtest, the minigun didn't work. There was a beam, but it didn't actually heal your teammates. This was functional the next time I played. Although, there were other bugs introduced. There are a couple more work-in-progress maps. Here we can see Stuffy 360's recreation of Turbine. It's still a work in progress, but so far, this is insane. Here's a custom vending machine model too. It's so realistic. I believe 2Fort is also being worked on. Here we can see some screenshots from the editor. This isn't even the compiled map, just a preview from the level editor. You can't have Team Fortress without 2Fort. As for game modes, there is currently just Team Deathmatch and Arena mode. I think Capture the Flag is almost finished. They're just waiting on maps to play it on. I'm sure in the future we'll see more game modes like Payload and Capture Point. I would love to see some entirely unique modes that utilize the capabilities of S&box and aren't possible in regular TF2. As for customization, I don't think cosmetics are planned. At this point, they're not really thinking about loadouts either. It's definitely a possibility after everything else is completely finished. Personally though, I just want to see the madcap. There's musicians working on this too. They're making custom music for this, and it sounds really good. This stuff fits right in with TF2. They made this super cool Source 1 x Source 2 crossplay prototype. Now, this isn't really a thing. This is just a prototype tech demo experiment. Don't expect anything to come from it. Remember, this is a community-made mod, not an official Valve project, and this was just a test to see if it was theoretically possible. And using custom server mods, it kind of is. Well, that's it. Do you think this is cool and interesting? Is this the future of gaming? Well, the only way to find out is to smash the like button and subscribe.